Hi everyone, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today we will speak about Valeria, the last champ that they just released, and I will give you my opinion in this champ. Let's see.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
So first of all, let's check the basic stats of the champ as always. She has 2,227 attack, 3,167 defense. She's a defense champ, so she should have much more than the other champ, much more defense than the other champs. And she has 24k and 487 HP. She is slow. She sadly has only 97 attack speed and no effect accuracy and no effect resistance. So the stats that gonna interest us is the defense and maybe HP. We will check and compare this status with another defense champ that most of you use a lot, who is Brennan. So he has 3,500. Okay, so he has more attack and more effect accuracy and one less speed. Well, so nothing special on the basic stats. Let's now look the chivalry and check where does she got the bonus stats. So she has an extra 15% defense on the chivalry 6, attack, HP, evasion. Okay, this is why she feels to be weak. If we compare the basic stats, it is simply because when I check there, I don't see the extra evasions that she got from the chivalry. And this is very interesting. This is the first time, I guess, that we have extra evasion on the chivalry bonus stats. Maybe we have evasion for K because she has a very specific mechanic around the evasion, but if I remember well, we don't have extra evasion on Brennan. So it means that we probably can abuse of evasion on this champ. And she will probably be able to evade a lot of attack because of this extra 16 evasion that she got from the chivalry 8 and 9. This is huge. This is a lot. 16% of evasion is can be very strong for PvP. Okay, now let's start with the skills. So no, let's start with the leader effect and the weather. Well, what does she has in the leader effect? Activates in arena and clan war. And okay, so it seems that she is going to be strong in PvP. 20% extra HP for all the allies and grants all cause favor allies hold the line for 2 turns at the start of battle. So we finally got champ that are going to boost the cause favor allies, and it was the faction one of the most useless faction right now, to be honest, simply because we didn't have any mechanic around this faction, and it seems that they start to care about this faction now. And what is it? So we got critical strike resistance boost by 100% and effect resistance boost by 20%. It means that basically if you play any cross favor allies around Valeria, if she is leader, then they will not be able to be hit by critical strike. And in my opinion, this is huge. We didn't have any similar mechanic that increased the critical strike resistance by 100%. We have, and it was pretty annoying, we have Nikkei that increased the critical strike. Let me check. The critical strike resistance by 40% at the beginning of the fight. For each ally. Well, this is strong, but the leader effect of Valeria is just insane because it is 100% in critical increase of critical strike resistance. So I would say that only because of this specific leader, she's going to be strong. It doesn't matter the skills and the passives. She's just insane because of the leader effect. Now we just need to have any other strong cross favor champions, and I'm sure that they're going to release much more cross favor champion on the next updates, and she will change the meta in the future, I think. Now she just meets some strong ally, and we don't have that much strong champions on this faction right now. So let's now speak about the skills. Attacks all enemies, damage 84% of attack plus 54% of defense. It has a 60% chance to inflict taunt for 1 turn, and if selected target has protection, then it also decreases the target's vigor by 2. It is very interesting. But she's slow. So it means that you can't like open with the skill 3 on this champ and expect to reduce the vigor of the enemies before that he plays, because she's way too slow. Well, this is not a bad skill, but I'm not sure that it's going to be broken. This is good, but it's not insane. Attacks 1 enemy, damage 102% of attack and plus 70% of defense, and it inflicts evasion rate decrease for 2 turns. That's great. This is a good debuff because we used to miss a lot, especially in PvE and also in PvP against Brennan. So it seems that she has a lot of different mechanics around barrier, and they probably try to release a champ to counter the current meta, and most of us are using Brennan in PvP with a very annoying champ, so they probably try to counter the current meta with this champ, but I don't think that it's going to be enough. What do we have on the skill 1? Attacks 1 enemy, damage 40% of attack and 28% of defense. You can taunt. So she got a lot of different debuff, a lot of control effects with the taunt, but sadly she doesn't have any effect accuracy boost on the chivalry. So it's going to be annoying to have enough effects accuracy to control the other champs. Okay, now let's speak about the passives. First passive, cooldown 3 turns, inherent rage. After using a skill, 100% chance to gain increase of fortitude for 2 turns, and 100% independent chance to grant each crow's favor ally critical strike damage increase. 1 for 2 turns. Okay, it has 3 turns cooldown. Critical strike damage increase 1 is honestly not a game-changing buff. But now let's look about this one. It increases the attack and the defense when attacking if target has protection again. So it's gonna be good against the different shield from Brennan. And so it deals additional damage to all enemies 3 times. Okay, it's not a lot of damage, but an AoE to all enemies 3 times is great to counter the barrier of Brennan. This is a good one, increase of fortitude, but you're gonna need to play, and as I said, she's slow. But I don't know exactly what could I say about this passive. I feel that it is not bad, but I'm not sure that it would be very significant in PvP. Let's read the second passive, immediate retribution, cooldown 3 turns when an ally is hit. For example, I prefer that kind of passive because even if you don't need, even if you don't play, even if you don't have the lead, the speed lead, then it will trigger something. 100% independent chance to inflict depletion. So this is a mechanic around the vigor, like that thing. It decreases the vigor by 2. Depletion is going to decrease the vigor by 1. Okay. On random enemy for 2 turns. Okay. 100% chance to grant the ally with the lowest HP escort. This is a very interesting buff. We got Siren that also has this buff, and I feel like this is the ultimate buff for any defense champ, and we don't have that much champ with this buff. So this is a very good buff. Escort receives all damage on behalf of the escort target, also receives the debuff, the normal status, in addition to damage. And it increases the defense by 2%. Wow. If you put the escort to someone, then it should not need to have any defense buff because you're gonna take the damage from him. 100% chance to gain damage taken decrease 1 for 2 turns. Okay, and that's a good thing. So when someone got hit, then for example any of the damage dealer in your team, if he can survive, obviously it will trigger this passive and he will be under escort, and he should be able to survive because she's going to take every damage or control effects. That's great. As I said, this is a very good buff. Now the third passive, what was the cooldown? 3 turns. So this is a long time cooldown for a passive. It's going to trigger probably 1 time in the match because it's rare that fights last more than 3 turns, to be honest. Now we got a passive with 2 turns cooldown. That's good when hit. Okay. That's also something good. That is also something interesting. 100% chance to remove 2 debuff from self. Okay. 100% chance to remove 2 abnormal status from self. Why not? And attacks one enemy, damage 70% of attack and 70% of defense. And if target has protection, then 100% chance to grant the attacker brain wash for 1 turn. And 100% chance to decrease the attacker's vigor by 3. That's very interesting. Decrease the attacker's vigor by 3. As I said, that kind of passive is very interesting because it's going to be triggered. You don't need to play this one same. When an ally is hit, is not going to target your tank anyway, so you will trigger the C-gun and the third passive at the beginning of the fight, just after that you got hit. And that's something interesting. It can be annoying for the opponents to trigger these passives. But I think, well, she got a lot of interesting things, but can we use this champ or not? This is the question. Should you invest on this champ or not? And I'm going right now to give you my opinion. So let's check what will happen during a basic fight against so I used to play against strong players. I'm in Master 2 right now, but we will see what can we expect from this champ. So she will buff with hold the line at the beginning of the fight, even if we have debuff disruption. So this is the first interesting thing. Let's see if we can survive. So sadly, we didn't survive. It means that even if we have hold the line, that is supposed to reduce the... I will use the... Okay, I'm gonna change for this one, then I should be able to tank. But as you can see, even with hold the line, we can't tank against the classic current meta right now. But with the set that allow us to have a shield, then we should be able to survive. Okay, we triggered the brainwash and depletion. You see, this is the first interesting thing. He could not use the skill 3 or the skill 2. He had to use the skill 1 because he probably didn't have enough of vigor because of this passive. I decreased the attacker's vigor by 3, and I also decreased the vigor by 1 more because of the sets, the specific sets. It means that it will decrease the vigors by 4. So he has only 1 vigor left on her Aqua Geneva, and that's why he could only use the skill 1, and that's also why I survived easy. So now we gonna use the skill 3. We will try to kill, but we didn't do that much damage, and we lost Brennan. So to conclude, she seems to be useless right now, or it is not gonna be enough. I don't think that she's useless, but this is right now not enough to build a team around this champ. But if they keep releasing some interesting champ in this specific faction, then I'm pretty sure that she's going to change the meta. We just need a very strong support and another strong damage dealer to play around Valeria, and we will be able to use this champ. I'm pretty sure that this champ is going to be strong, but sadly, right now, we simply don't have any strong champ to be played around Valeria. Let's check. Who do we have in Crow's favor? We got Vadiver. Vadiver used to be strong at the beginning of the game, but right now he has not nothing specific for PvP. So Valeria, Gillian, she's far from Nike or Ain or Lagertha, Bailey. We don't have any strong champs. So we need now 3 defense strong champs: a strong controller champ, a strong damage dealer champ, and a strong support. And then we will obviously be able to build the team around Valeria. But right now, she has very strong potential, but she's not usable. At least not in the current meta in high classment of PvP. You probably can use her in Clan War against a lot of different teams, but she's not going to change the meta right now. She will. I'm pretty sure that she will, but she still needs to have much stronger ally. So guys, this is the end of the video. I hope that you still enjoyed to play this game. I know that we don't have that much good updates these days, but pretty soon we will have the Clan Hall of Conquerors, and I'm sure that we will have a lot of different interest things to do. Bye bye guys, enjoy the game, see you soon.